Hi everyone, it's Don, and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, lots of excitement going on right now in the cruising industry, including on this ship. I just reported last night, second person had COVID on our ship, the Celebrity Edge. Now there's a total of 7 altogether tested positive. 2 have been removed from the ship. The other 5 were still downstairs in the infirmary, which leads to all kinds of issues. Lots of things changing dramatically. First off, the COVID situation, there is another 5 people total tested positive. I believe 2 of them are workers who were brought on board to do work on the cruise ship, and they tested positive, and then 3 other people, for a total of 7 on this cruise. You heard probably the Adventure of the Seas had 6 passengers test positive. 2 children who were unvaccinated and 4 vaccinated passengers who were not traveling together. So 2 Royal Caribbean ships basically, or the family at least, testing positive. At least on this ship, it's led to some issues, especially when it comes to testing and vaccines and what might be happening in the future with masking. Before I tell you that story, let me just mention, hey, why don't you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, just so you can keep up to date with all this, because it's changing by the minute, not even by the hour anymore. It seems to be changing by the minute. Doesn't cost anything, and you'll be up to date with all the new stories going forward. Let's talk testing. So, as a Canadian citizen, I have to have a COVID test to fly back to Canada. I was scheduled for tonight at just around 5:30 to get my COVID test to fly back. Well, I got a message saying that was canceled until tomorrow morning because, and I'm assuming this is the reason, they are quarantining 5 positive cases, probably down in the infirmary. So they're not going to allow me to do that, or they could be in their room. I'm not too sure, but the testing was all canceled tonight. Another reason it could be is because Celebrity just announced, same as Royal Caribbean, that all passengers going on their ships from the United States now will need to present themselves a negative COVID test that's taken within 72 hours of boarding the ship. So that means that people who are going to board this ship tomorrow were told about 17 hours ahead of time that they're going to need a COVID test. Now, I believe they're going to do that COVID test here in the terminal for this booking, this cruise, but going forward, you're going to have to show up at the terminal with a COVID test, and that financial burden is going to be on you. You're going to have to provide that test. We're still haven't heard anything about a new mask policy yet, whether or not that's going to be implemented. I would not be surprised in the least if they are made to do that in the near future. Now, there are people on this cruise right now that are sailing again tomorrow. And so they're doing a back-to-back cruise, which is terrific, right? Normally on a back-to-back cruise, you don't even have to get off the ship. You can just stay on, especially, if you're in the same cabin, that is. And you can wander around the ship and you can get off. Now, if you get off the ship, you have to go through customs and everything to get back on, but you can stay on the ship normally. Not this case. You have to get off the ship. Not only that, because you're getting off the ship, that is considered reboarding, which means the people who are on this ship also need a negative COVID test to get back on the ship that they're already on. That sounds a little ridiculous in a way, but with 13 cases on 2 ships in the last couple days, I'm sure they're deciding they're not going to take any chances. Now, they are going to provide the test for those people. It's kind of funny, though. They're going to get the test tomorrow, and then walk outside and then walk back on the ship. If you're going to test them on the ship, that should kind of count as being tested, should it not? If you're the one giving them the results from the test, why are you making them get off the ship and mingle with people in the terminal to get back on? I'm hoping by tomorrow I find out that that's been changed, but as of right now, that is the position going forward. They got to get their test tomorrow, leave the ship, go through customs, get back on. That part seems redundant. I don't have too big a problem with testing. Remember, I've always said the more precautions to make sure that there's not large outbreaks, the better. And the fact that these ships were not doing testing going to get on the ship has proven to be a bit of a downer right now, at least this week, and at least with the things that's going on with the Delta variant spreading, especially it seems like here in Florida, it is spreading rapidly. So yeah, it's all over the place, and I don't even know if I'm going to have my COVID test tomorrow in time to make it to the airport. My flight leaves around 12:30. I don't get tested till 8 o'clock in the morning. That gives me 4.5 hours to not only get tested, but gather up my luggage, get off the ship, get to a taxi, get to the taxi at the airport, go through U.S. Customs in time to fly and catch my flight. And I can't even check in right now because I can't show proof of my negative COVID test for my flight. It has become a very big inconvenience so far. At least on the bright side, knocking on wood, I haven't been one of the people who have caught COVID and been delayed. So the good news is those people who have caught COVID on the ship are all doing well so far. Those who have left the ship have all been flown home on private transport and are back in their own residence as of now. So yeah, I guess if I did test COVID, that's what would happen to me. They'd fly me home privately, which I'm okay with. Not that I want to catch a possibly deadly disease, but that would mean I probably have it now and I would be asymptomatic, so that would be a good thing in a way. So we'll see what happens. Wish me luck. Tomorrow morning, well actually today, when you see this video, it will be, I'll be either flying home or stuck in Florida. Watch out for my next video and we'll see what happened. Well, I hope you appreciate this update. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Till next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.